And I'll never forget, someone gave me advice of, they were like, never doubt a man's taste.
Hey, that's...
You don't know. They're like, no, he's interested.
That's a bar right there. Like,
Thank
as
you.
simple as that is, never doubt a man's taste. Yo, we fuck couches. Like, every man, when he was 13, 14, has fucked something that he will take to his grave. So, and that's not a human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a you know? So don't ever question whether you can get fucked just like a cantaloupe or a couch. Like, know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody's got potential.
Fonzie, what have you fucked?
You a shining star, no matter who you are.
Yeah. Well, I think it just depends. I do know men that do like model skinny women.
But that doesn't mean... Mm-hmm.
Okay, some.
Mm-hmm.
But like, then there's many other men that they're like, I absolutely don't want that.
That's right. But even if that man wants the model skinny person or whatever, say he wants that for a relationship, when he horny though, hey, none of that shit matters.
Okay,
and listen,
fair.
I know that's different than like, you do still want to be valued as somebody that can be, qualified for a relationship, whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
But if we just talking, just having fun, whatever, and just like, hey, we all got needs and we all want to fuck, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever. Everybody qualifies.
So it's almost like you're saying there's like a ranking of types.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this is my favorite.
Right.
But yeah, like most men, you're like, I've gone down the list.
My favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Right.
But will I eat a Twix? Left and right.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Shooters Gotta Shoot. I am your host, Erica Spera, and I have a great guest for you guys, as always. But before we get to our guests, real quick, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe, all right? Your girl's at 1,000 subscribers, okay? Help your girl out, okay? We're growing the pod. Tell a friend, do whatever. But honestly, it's the easiest free thing you can do, okay? And if you are listening to this, you can watch this on YouTube, or you can also watch us on Spotify now. And you could leave us a review. That's also free. But if you have a little cash, you could really help out your girl by joining the Patreon, which is patreon.com/shootersgottashoot. Help us out with production costs. We got over 100 extra episodes over there. Go check it out. All right? And there's going to be a preview at the end if you want a little taste. So, without further ado, hit it, Fonzie. Woo! My guest today is a repeat, everybody, and you might have just heard him on the Patreon live show. He's been on The Tonight Show, Comedy Central. So funny, my dear friend. Everybody put your hands together for Jourdain Fisher. Woo! Welcome back to the show, Jourdain, officially in studio.
Hell yeah.
Finally.
I'm digging it.
Yeah, get these clips, baby.
That's right.
So I have just some fun. We pulled some TikToks to discuss today and debate. But first off, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You excited to be back?
Of course. I always
back on
love
the
being
pod?
on the show.
Yeah?
It's a great show.
Do you have any recent shooting your shot stories that you would like to share with
Shooting
the fans?
my shots. Ooh.
Well, it doesn't have to be recent, but I guess.
I shot my shot at this girl in the park the other day.
Oh, the park.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn girl. She was chilling. Dressed like she was in 1932 or something.
Yes.
Little white socks with the tap dance shoes on or whatever. It's like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know how these Brooklyn girls be dressing, yo. They dress like they just got loose from an orphanage.
Oh my god.
And
I hate the sock trend. I fucking hate it.
So I just walked up, just like, hey, I gotta go, but you're cute, so can we exchange Instas real quick? But,
Instagrams real quick?
Yeah.
She said yeah?
Yeah, she said yeah. We
That's
followed
it?
each other. I sent her a message. I ain't getting no reply. She busy doing tap dance classes. I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's fine. So, but at least I did it. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to get better at like approaching somebody in person, because I don't really approach people in person just like cold like that. Really,
you don't. I egged you one night. We were out getting pizza.
That's right.
We left. You're like, the girl's cute. I was like, well, go
That's
say
right.
something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Like, I was like, blame me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great intro. She's like,
Yeah.
I told my friend I thought you were cute. She said I should come get your number.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to get better at that because usually it's because we're in such a digital world now. It's easy to shoot your shot, just like it's easy to comment on anything and just be like, "Who gives a shit?" That's why people are so confident to just talk shit on the internet.
Oh yeah, I got a nice DM the other day.
Yeah.
He just called me a dumb bitch 5 times.
Right.
It's like, you dumb bitch, and you're reading this, and don't post this and say I'm misogynistic because you dumb bitch. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for posting podcasts on 4chan.
Yeah, too much. No, but I think the key to what you did was you were basically like, I'm gonna leave you alone either way after this. Like, I'm not gonna stand here. I'm not gonna try to talk to you for an hour.
Nope.
Like, you were like, hey, I actually am on my way out of here, but I thought you were cute. Da da da. And anytime I've shot my shot in person, that's usually my move. Is I'm like, I do it on the exit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, this rejection, we leave.
Right.
We get to walk out.
You got to walk out and like slow motion explosion behind you. You
Yeah.
know, like a Mission Impossible movie. You just boom, here's the shot and out.
Yeah, I'm not going to shoot my shot on the train and then ride the train with everyone in the
You're
car
right.
that just saw me get rejected. That's more what it is. It's the public, everybody sees it.
Yeah.
Or at least feels that way.
Right.
Which on the train is very true.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, train is for ultimate shot shooting. You ask for money, you ask for numbers,
Yeah.
you ask for food.
Right. Well, I told you this story via text of I was in a bar by myself. I stopped on the way home. I was like, I'm just not in the mood to go home yet. I was supposed to have a date. It got canceled. And I was like, I did my hair, I did my makeup. I'll just, looking around my neighborhood, go to a bar. I find this live band. They're great. And I'm in there and I'm like, this guy's cute. And then you're like psyching yourself out and you're like, no, psych yourself up. Right? And I literally was like, what should I do? And I kind of just kept staring at him initially, being like, let me see if I can catch his eye, because he had the situation of in a group and there were women in the group. And that's really when you're like, I'm bold, but I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
There's women. I'm like, one of them's their girl that you just feel terrible.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I bet,
Yeah.
exit. But he got a phone call, went outside. Oh, actually, okay, before that, I'll admit this. He went to get a drink, and I was like, oh, he's away from the group. I'll go get a drink. I'll stand in line behind him to get a drink, and then I'll say something.
Discovery Channel shit. You saw the antelope leave the pack, and you were like, the female lioness approaches the straggler out of the group. Watch
All right, yeah.
as she stalks her prey.
Yeah, that's how it works, okay? What was I supposed? Would you go into a group? There's men and women in a group. You think one girl's cute?
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Even though just group of women is intimidating.
Yeah.
So you got to just watch them like a hawk,
Right.
and then they leave the group, and that's when you swoop in, okay?
Yeah.
And so I tried, and then I chickened if I didn't say anything. He was in front of me at the bar. I was like, oh, maybe I'll catch his eye and say hi. He got his drink, turned around, like, what? And I was like, bah, it's gone. But I think he caught me looking at him because he goes outside to take a phone call. His way back, he stops and says hi to me.
Oh.
Yeah. He was like, hey, what's your name? I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. I was like, hi, talking to you. And immediately he goes, oh, do you know the band?
Do you know the band?
And I'm like, no. And he goes, oh, because I noticed you're here by yourself just watching the band. And I was like, I go, yeah, I live around here.
Do you think that was a line?
No, I think he genuinely was like,
he was generally
you're
curious.
by yourself. Why are you here?
Okay.
Everybody else is in these groups of friends.
I didn't know if he was pulling like a 2004 kind of like neg approach.
I mean, he indirectly kind of called me a lonely bitch, but but then he said, he was like, my friends are here. He said they hired this band for their wedding, so we're all here just to like watch them, check them out, whatever. And I was like, oh, it's really cool. I'm like, yeah, they're really good, yada yada. But then he was just being chatty, and very quickly though, I was like, are you single? He goes, no, I'm not. Keeps talking to me, and at the end of the convo, he was like, oh, I want to ask you for your number, but I feel like you don't want to give it to me.
Shit.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you say you're not single.
Right.
He goes, I'm not. But does that mean I need to cut off communication with
you
everybody?
Live in New York, polyamory's popping out here.
They wouldn't say that.
Some people are in relationships and they ain't happy. They looking for the out. Some people are just fuck boys. It's a gauntlet of possibilities here.
Listen, I feel like open people say they're in an open thing.
Yeah.
Or I feel like he would have said, I'm single, but it's an open relationship. Because I was clearly flirting with this man.
Yeah.
I would like to think.
Right.
I think he saw me stalking him. I think he picked up on it.
Yeah.
And I was just like so dumbfounded and confused. I was like, he was like, oh, does that mean I need to cut off all communication?
Right.
But all I could think in my head was, have you ever heard the saying, you lose them how you got them?
Mm.
And it's just like, all of a sudden I was like, you are cute, but do I want this man that's really boldly going up to women in bars?
But would you...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that for sure. But would you, if somebody like that asked you for their number knowing that they're in a relationship, would you be willing to just have a fling type deal?
I know they're in a relationship.
Yeah, like I mean, you don't want this guy as a relationship because you lose them how you got them. But would you be like, all right, like say he's single, he breaks it off with his girl, like I'll just fuck around a little bit.
This is the problem. I will never believe that he broke it off with the girl.
That's right.
Because he didn't stop at the number.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm a comedian. Like, he could have went Instagram route, seems a little more.
Right.
Like, I'll chill in the corner situation.
I'll chill in the
I don't know.
corner.
You know what I mean? Like, chill from the kind of the watching perspective.
Yeah.
It's almost like, okay, this girl's over here. And if I have a breakup, but it's like, my core, I'm like, I don't think I'd ever really
A
believe
bench player.
you were fully single.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's adding me to his bench. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel about this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Would you
Would I what?
fuck around with him while he's still in the relationship?
No.
Is he that hot?
He's very hot. I gave him the number, okay? I gave him the number because also I was just so like dumbfounded and felt like awkward.
Right.
And even he was like, "Oh, am I being awkward?" I was like, "No." It's like I'm being awkward right now.
Yeah.
Because in my head I was like, "What am I doing?"
Right.
I gave the number, and this man asked me to like get a coffee the next day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like he was like real quick to.
He was serious.
I was
yo.
like, "Oh," and hilarious. Of same timing of I had 2 dates last weekend, both canceled. Same day, relationship man is trying to ask me out. So I was like, so the man in a relationship, making plans, trying to follow through. The man not in a relationship, just
Sounds
who
like a
knows?
keeper. Sounds like you need to
Yeah.
sounds like you need to steal him. He's hot, he makes a plan,
No.
he shoots his shot.
No. Didn't happen. So I'm letting that go. But you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just, in the back of my mind, I'd be like, you're not.
Right. No.
I'm never going to believe you're fully single if this is how you
No,
conduct
not at
your
all.
life, I guess.
Not at all.
Anyway, that's a sidetrack. So let's get to some of these TikToks. Obviously, all of us are on TikTok, and we have some dating things pop up. And I would like to get your opinion on some of these theories that have come up in my feed. So let's see this
from
first
a bunch
one.
of single ladies. No I'm kidding.
And no, it's a variety. Oh,
On men. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned on men. So counterintuitive, but it's true. Don't do anything for them. I know that sounds so fucked up, especially if you're a giver and you're just the type of person who's naturally like, oh, I'll take care of it. Don't do it. It is the worst thing you can do with them. The second that a man sees that you're willing to give equal to or more than what they're willing to
cut
give,
this lady off. Yo.
wait, we haven't finished the thought.
Okay,
The second
all
the
right.
man sees it,
All right.
what is it?
is the second that they stop valuing you. Men will never respond to your giving as example setting. They're never going to go, oh, wow, she bends over backwards and goes out of her way for me.
First of all,
She's saying he's not going to match it. He's not going to see you bend over backwards, and he'll go, oh, I'll do the same.
all right. I think there's only a little bit of truth to this. Cuz look, you can't just start doing shit for him too early. And the thing is, you can do things, but just don't be doing the most. Like, don't just come in and just like start, fixing his whole fucking life. Like, oh, I'm gonna do your laundry, I'm gonna clean your room, I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna do being a mommy. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's insane. But also, I don't think most women can resist doing certain small things.
Oh, I'd agree.
Yeah, where it's just like, one, either whether you like him, or two, just women have a certain standard of comfort. Like, if you're gonna be at a dude's house and you see some shit that's like gross to you or whatever, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
and you gonna tidy that shit up real quick,
Or make a comment about it.
or make
Put
a
it that
comment
way.
about something,
Hmm.
But the whole don't do anything at all. Come on, really?
This is a theory.
How long?
I don't know.
How long you gonna
She's
not
basically
do
saying,
anything?
yeah. I know most people will say till like you're actually his girlfriend, don't do anything.
That's okay.
Oh, okay, so that front you agree.
I mean, I can understand that. I can rock with that. That's fine.
Mhm.
Like, but I think there's something too, like, where, a guy is doing shit for a woman in the courting stage.
Yes, but this is why I think people say this, is it's almost this like the courting stops.
Mm,
The minute you start doing stuff for them,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, I got her.
right.
Or like, oh, she's into me.
That's fair.
Like, it's almost this like secure, they know.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's a little bit of a toxic thing that shouldn't,
But where's the balance lie in, like, realizing we're both doing things for each other if we care to actually turn this into a relationship.
I think that's the ultimate question. Because I've been this person where I feel like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I like this guy. And I start doing little things. And then I feel either they lose interest or they stop doing anything my way. And then you're like, wait, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, you were into me. You pursued me.
Yeah.
And the minute I was like, I like you too. And thought to like cook you something or just do something thoughtful. Even if it's just like literally like paying for shit sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm coming over. I brought this thing. Like, and I've weirdly had dudes be offended sometimes when you like do something for them. I was, I don't know if I ever told you this. When I was dating my ex, I was at his place for like a full weekend, which I never did before.
Yeah.
And I pooped in the bathroom. And I got nervous. Hold on.
Y'all poop?
Yep.
That's fucking disgusting, dude.
Yeah, just ruined the vibe.
Just kidding.
Yeah. But so part of it was like I pooped, try to flush it quick, whatever, and then you get nervous.
Gotta flush it before he gets back.
No, because the smell, you're like, I don't want the smell to linger, right?
Right.
And I put a little cleaning stuff in the toilet to also help, because the key is the smell comes from the water. Ladies, if you're listening, that's why poopery was invented. This little spray, okay?
Right.
That's what it is. You got air freshener, you spray it in the water. That's the key.
Oh, shit.
So I put a little in there, like cleaned it a little, but then I was like, then I got nervous that I was in there too long. So then I cleaned the bathroom.
So prolonging it another 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it was like, because the bathroom was upstairs. And then he was kind of like, oh, you're going? I was like, oh, I cleaned up. I was here all weekend, so I wanted to do something nice. But he was like, why would you clean the bathroom? Like, he was so like not accepting of it. It offended him. And I was like, well, your bathroom is dirty. Like, I was like, it is a little gross. So
how dare you clean my bathroom that I haven't cleaned since I moved into this apartment?
Yeah. Like, I was like, I thought that was nice.
Those are my pee rings.
Right. But I was like, I was here for the whole weekend.
I've been working on those. I've been trying to build up a good crust like a steak.
But that was just a weird example. I was like, I thought that was a nice gesture.
That is a nice gesture. Yeah? That's a great gesture. I think that's weird that somebody would get upset and be like, how dare you clean up my bathroom? First of all, that's the last place I want to clean in my house is the bathroom.
Yeah.
If you took care of cleaning my bathroom, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Pretty down-ass bitch.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
You know? And it was someone I was dating for, 4 months at the time. Like, so it's not like it was new.
Yeah, come on now.
I thought that was nice. I thought, how nice of me.
Tripping.
And then we broke up a week later.
Right, yeah.
I fucking ruined it.
You clean your own shit.
Yeah. Pooping, not a problem.
Yeah.
Cleaning their bathroom, apparently a big
see
problem.
if I spray Febreze in your doo-doo water ever again. I'm out.
Okay. All right. So it's, I don't know. Okay, this is a flirting hack this woman shares with us to do.
This simple flirting hack is going to make him addicted to you and he won't even know why.
Addicted.
The only women who know about this are the ones who are masters at seduction. Next time you're on a dinner date, ask him to order for you. Here's the key. Don't do it in an indecisive way, like, I don't know, you choose. Say it with certainty that you want him to pick for you. The reason this works so well is because you're giving him a taste of what it's like when you submit to him after he's proven himself as a worthy leader to you. You're giving him permission to step into his masculine in the relationship, which is what every guy secretly wants. This super simple.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is a stretch on
this
the
is
submissive
gonna backfire so hard.
You don't think this will ever work?
No, because y'all ain't gonna want what I order you. Like, you're not gonna order. You're gonna be like, are you sure that one? I'll be like, you told me to order for you. You're like, I mean, okay, that wasn't what I was thinking. It's like, okay, so what would you want? It was like, well, I was thinking this or this. It's like, well, then you don't want me to order for you. How about this? How about just bring her all the cheese and shit? Bring her artichoke dip and, fucking whatever. And then just have her have a stomachache all fucking night.
I was going to say, Colum has a great bit about this.
Yeah. So, like, I don't, this is going to backfire. And then she's going to be judging you about what you order.
So this would not be hot if a girl's order for me.
No.
You just say no?
No, because it's too much pressure. And then it's like I said, she's going to be thinking like, oh, that's what you think of me? You think I'm this type of person? What if he orders a salad? Then what? Then how you going to feel?
Yeah. Well,
then how you going to feel?
Yeah,
how long is that car ride going to be home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd be like, never order a salad. Because here's the thing. I think it's an all or nothing. I don't think this would be hot at all if you go, order for me, but nothing, whatever guidelines you say.
Yeah.
Like no red meat and
yeah, you're going to have guidelines and shit.
Right. I mean, most people do.
But it's
listen, I'm not saying I'm for this one. This is I've never seen this as a tip in my life.
pull up her Instagram. Does she have a guy on her Instagram?
What?
Does she have a man?
She got a lot of followers.
She got a lot of followers.
Instagram is.
She ain't got her Instagram up. I want to know if she's in a relationship, because
No idea.
how to get almost any high value man is her.
Wait, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I do not think this woman, I do not think a man would hear this and indirectly think to themselves, oh, she'll submit to me. That's such a stretch in this situation.
Yeah.
I think that's a real stretch.
I think it's a real stretch. And also, I'm not if somebody tells me to order for them, I'm going to think of that as a burden. Like, oh my God, you can't make your own decisions for what you want to eat. Because we already had a 35-minute argument about where we're going to eat in the first place before we even got to this stage.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in the mood for that. Okay, so she got some dude lifting her up.
No. Oh, she got a man 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Wow, she shared the DM slide.
Wow.
Wow, he heard about her submissive game.
This fucking, oh my God.
All right. You're amazing. Changed my entire dating game and mindset. I mean, if he saw this video and was like, that's my girl, not the guy for me. Ugh. Because there's certain things you're like, I think a man leading is hot, but
yeah. It's
not
different.
this.
Yeah, it's different to have a plan. As a man, having a plan, that's attractive. All the kind of stuff. Hey, we're gonna do this tonight. Blah blah. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
I got it.
Or I even feel okay, as a family, my family's gone out to have sushi, right? And we're a big sharer. You order a bunch of stuff, you share, regardless what we eat. But especially sushi is something that's we'll all basically put in for we'll just definitely get this one roll I want.
Yeah.
And then my dad just does the big order. Mm-hmm. And it's well, that's the taking the lead, taking the charge, being a man. I look at is okay, he was the speaker of the house,
right?
Took everyone into consideration, made the call, but it's not we all just went, whatever, Dad.
Yeah, but right, exactly. If it's just you and a guy on a date and he goes, I'll have the steak and then she'll have the branzino, just without
asking.
Without even asking.
That's crazy.
And you just gotta sit there.
I would not sit there.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Even if I wanted the branzino, I'd be actually, I have a voice and an opinion.
He'd be like, don't listen to her. I know what she wants.
I would just add something else on. Anyway, all right. Let's see this next one. This is confidence is key. This is from a man.
Look at this dude. Let's look at this fucking Lou Ferrigno head.
Hey.
You don't need constant communication with your partner. You don't need phone calls 24/7, photos, text messages, voice notes. You think you do, because social media tells you if you don't get this kind of effort, they're not interested. And probably because you have an anxious attachment style. But that's a precursor to codependency, so that can be dangerous. And chances are whatever childhood trauma caused this massive fear of abandonment. So now you think if you don't get constant communication from your partner all day long, they're not interested. So in an attempt to control the situation, you compartmentalize, detach, and ghost. Because why feel what you don't want to? You've always got one foot in, one foot out, and ready to leave at a moment's notice. But this is indicative of poor communication. You don't want to feel your emotions, you don't want to communicate them, so you just dip. So how do you change it? I'm glad you asked. Become more confident. Get healthy, mentally, physically. Get a workout in, read a book, change your life. Do what you want.
Okay, you can pause this. All right. Well, how do you feel about the first? This is a little bit of a surprise from this man.
First of all, I feel like if I don't listen to this man, he's gonna choke me out. He's got cauliflower ear. Look at him, and he's got.
I didn't even catch that.
He's either got a hickey on his neck or the kiss tattoo.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that. The heck you.
Yeah, this man.
Whatever it was. Yeah, if you rewind, it was in one of those shots.
Yeah, this dude puts
right
people
there.
to sleep. Look at that.
Is that a kiss? It looks like lips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's either the kiss tattoo, the lip tattoo, or it's a hickey. This dude's in Fight Club.
Okay, but I was shocked when this popped up, and all of a sudden he was like, "It's probably because you have an anxious attachment style." I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Homeboy's reading attached." He read attached. He took the quiz.
Yeah.
He was like, and then you're gonna compartmentalize. I was like, well, this is more impressive than I assumed.
My man is strong, musculature, and in his spirit, and in knowing his love.
Right.
Listen, I think he's onto something.
The constant communication.
Yeah, you don't need to be in all day. like all day,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like I get it, early on it's like, you're excited to talk to each other, that kind of deal.
Well, I feel like early on it revs up.
It revs up.
It's not a lot every day.
Right.
But then it just, for me, it's more, I think it hits the point you do talk every day.
Yeah.
That's suddenly like a switch.
Yeah, you
in the
talk every day,
relationship.
but like sometimes it's like just constantly. It's just like Chris Rock talked about it in one of his specials, and Tambourine talking about like, you literally text all day and then you get home and it's like, how come we don't talk? It's like, we just talked all fucking day.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
there's nothing left to talk about. Like
Right.
when our parents, were dating, they left home and there was no phone or way to communicate throughout the
Mhm.
day. It was when you got home, that's when y'all talked about what happened today.
Yeah. It was crazy to people when they were introducing cell phones. They were like, no one wants to carry a phone with them all the time.
Right.
So that it was like, no one's going to want to carry this thing
Yeah.
in their pocket.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I can't imagine without it.
Right. And sometimes you do overthink it, like where you're like talking to somebody, say it's early on into getting to know them and everything. You're like, all right, should I hit them up? Like, can I chill? Like sometimes it's like you don't even really feel like talking. You're like, okay, I just have to keep this thing, like keep the plate spinning. You feel like you have to keep it going or else, they're going to be like, what's the deal kind of thing. It's like, sometimes it's like, I'm just doing my day. Like I'll talk to you tonight or something, or I'll reach out later or something.
Yeah. No, I agree. But it's more, I think it's just more the anxiety of, am I going to hear from them?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm like, yeah, the constant communication, not necessary, especially if you're established and together.
Right.
It's like, if you're together with someone, there should be no anxiety of like,
no.
And I texted and then they like,
yeah.
And I hope everybody has that in the relationship, because I felt that when I was dating people, if suddenly I just was like, oh, that I'm not even thinking about that anymore. It's like, oh, we talk every day. I think of something to text them, I text them.
Right.
I hear from them that, just no thought to it kind of thing. That it's like, if you're keeping tallies while dating someone, that is crazy. But also, I dated someone that did talk to me constantly. And like very quick, like at first you're just like, the excitement, like you said. But then I was like, do you ever do work?
Do you ever do work? And also, do you have anybody else to talk to?
Well,
like,
there's also that.
are you so excited that you have somebody to talk to now? Am I the only person where it's just like, holy shit?
Yeah.
Like every thought is going to go through them. But it's like,
the only security is I'm like, well, I guess you're not DMing other women.
Right, but
I was like, if you were cheating on me, I'd be like, when do you have the time to talk and set these up? I hear from you all the time.
I'm like, you ain't got no group chat.
Yeah, true.
Nothing.
Very true.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Reply
no.
to some memes or something.
Yeah, but I agree. It shouldn't be. Especially, God, as you get older and get real jobs. Yeah. All right. What's the next TikTok coming up here? Oh, okay. All right. This is red flags while dating.
Oh.
And basically, if
you're talking to a guy and he says any of the following, run. Girl, please run. First,
It's always run.
you're way out of my league. Oh, no. Just no. 2, I don't deserve you. You're too good for me. I'll never be good enough for you. The man is literally telling you that he'll never be good enough for you. Like, my ex said this to me and I took it as a compliment. Like,
He's
oh,
literally a trash. He is. The man is telling you straight to his face, I ain't shit. Like,
that's sweet. He thinks really highly of me. No, what it actually meant was that he was deeply insecure. He was deeply insecure about himself.
Yep.
And you know what insecure people and insecure men in this case do?
Hit
They
people.
find someone else to validate their feelings. They sleep with someone else. They cheat with someone else so that they feel like, oh, you know what? I'm great because more than one woman wants me. No, never again. I am running. That is a big red flag. That might be a deal breaker for me if anyone ever says that to me again.
Yep.
Ooh, oh, so you agree on this insecurity part, the second half.
Yeah, saying all this like, I'm not good enough for you, all that kind of shit. Yeah. It's bullshit. And also, I'm very much like somebody that doesn't like insecurity in a relationship.
Well, even if I don't look at it as insecurity, I feel like someone being like, oh, I'm not good enough for you. I think it's just saying I am not going to date you.
Right.
That's how I take it.
There's that.
It's
yeah.
almost this weird just excuse of like, well, the reason I don't want to date you is you're too good for me.
Yeah, I think it's
like,
a bullshit excuse.
It's just you don't want to date me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think it's
agree.
similar to like, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Like, oh, I'm not ready. It's like, no, you'd get ready.
Yeah, I think it's that. Also, sometimes I think people, just like she was saying, where it's just like, oh, I'm not good enough for you, meaning like, I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
like
that's the other one.
I'm going to hurt you.
Yes.
Like I'm not good enough for you. I know I'm a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be out here sliding
Mm-hmm.
and gliding.
Mm-hmm.
And like you don't deserve to be put through this shit with
Yeah.
me in a relationship. So,
And I feel this of when I've had breakup conversations of people being like, "You're so great," but then the whole time, like, I'm like, "But if I'm so great, why don't you want to be with me?
right.
What is this? But like, I'm so good. I'm too good for you. I'm so great. It's like, well, then you should be trying your hardest.
Exactly.
If I'm so good, I'm so amazing, then you should be stepping it up.
Yeah, like, that I definitely agree with that. Like, because some people, it truly is insecurity. They look at the person that has interest in them, and they're like, why the fuck? They get imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
They're like, why would they like me? Like, I don't have as much going on as them.
Yeah, but
You could though. Like, look at it that way. Like, if somebody likes you and you a bum, it's time to elevate. It's like, oh my God, you gotta look at it like you got the golden ticket.
yeah,
You Grandpa Joe in the bed and your legs don't work, and then somebody came through like, hey, we gonna take you to the chocolate factory. Bitch, start dancing.
yeah.
Like, start dancing.
Well, that's how I see it. Of like, even if you have that insecurity, then you should be holding on for dear life.
Right.
Why
And
aren't you-
like,
I've seen men do that. I've seen those insecure men.
And I don't mean that in an attachment style way, like overly attached. It just means, hey, somebody sees something in you, and you should do everything you can to elevate to their level. Like, they should bring the best out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, learn whatever, new whatever hobby you've always thought you needed to learn. Like, get into that shit. Or like, if there's something going on at work that you've always wanted to move up.
Yeah.
Like, speak up in that front. Like, just elevate. That's it. Like, that's how you grow in a relationship and get stronger with the partner. This is your chance.
That's how I see it. I'm like, if I get the "I'm great, you're so great, or you're too good for me" speech ever again, like, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Because it's just like, am I? Well, if I am, why don't you want to date me?
Right.
Like, what's the real reason then?
Yeah.
What is it?
You think
You're lying.
You think the owner of the Lakers is telling LeBron, man, we don't deserve you.
They're gonna do whatever they can to keep him.
They got LeBron James. They can be like, all right, baby, we gonna move the team around. We gonna make some trades.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you the ball playing time.
Yeah. I think it's a bullshit excuse. All right, let's see. Next one. Next talk. What next TikTok? Oh, I really wanted to play this for you. Okay.
Oh shit.
Because I never had a plus size
Some
friend with a
white-ass
hard
teeth.
time pulling me in. Every big bitch I know get ate up like a 4-piece dinner from Popeyes. Religiously. From the rooter to the cooter.
Wait, play the video.
I think Twitter and the internet made that up and y'all ran with that. I'm gonna just say this because I never had a plus size friend with a hard time pulling me in. Every big bitch I know get ate up like a 4-piece dinner from Popeyes.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. Listen, this came up a little bit on our last episode with Norman of, whatever your physical appearance is. He's like, it's just, with men, he said, first look, it's just, do I want to have sex with you or do I not want to have sex with you?
Yeah.
And he used examples of women, and I was like, okay, well, that's to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but there's plenty of other men that they're like, oh,
Right.
I would. And I thought of this TikTok specifically.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah.
Sometimes it's just the I would.
Yeah.
It's just
You're like, I would.
Hey.
I don't care.
And then you fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But this is also the thing I feel like people, and I've been this person too, like my weight's up right now. And there's almost this like, it is almost this insecurity or self-doubt that you're like, no, they don't want to hook up with me. And I'll never forget someone gave me advice of, they were like, never doubt a man's taste.
Hey, that's...
You don't know. They're like, no, he's interested.
That's a bar right there. Like,
Thank
as
you.
simple as that is, never doubt a man's taste. Yo, we fuck couches. Like, every man, when he was 13, 14, has fucked something that he will take to his grave. So, and that's not a human. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a so don't ever question whether you can get fucked just like a cantaloupe or a couch. Like, know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody's got potential.
Fonzie, what have you fucked?
You
Now I
a
wanna
shining
know.
star, no matter who you are.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, it's something that's like,
Mhm.
I don't know, but he basically was like, yeah, the media is telling you it's a problem.
Right. And the
it's
media is
not.
all this. And that's the thing. Like women sometimes just got to stop listening to women. Because like,
Yeah.
y'all looking at social media and who the hot girls are and all that kind of shit. Everybody wants to look like Kim Kardashian. Yo, every Kardashian looks like Kim. Like they all went to the same doctor and you cannot tell any of them apart. If you say you got robbed by a Kardashian, like you was walking through the park, it was late at night, and then somebody came and just stabbed the shit out of you and ran off, and you were just like, oh, it was one of the Kardashians, and they put the line up in there. They'd be like, which one was it? You're like, bitch, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a bitch with a fat ass and fake titties. And you'd be like, well, that's all of them. It's like, well, it could have been any of them. Like, we don't want that.
I think it just depends. I do know men that do like model skinny women.
But that doesn't mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay, some. Mm-hmm. But like, then there's many other men that they're like, I absolutely don't want that.
That's right. But even if that man wants the model skinny person or whatever, say he wants that for a relationship, when he horny though, hey, none of that shit matters. Okay, and listen, I know that's different than like, you do still want to be valued as somebody that can be, qualified for a relationship, whatever. I get that. Yeah. But if we just talking, just having fun, whatever, and just like, hey, we all got needs and we all want to fuck, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever. Everybody qualifies. So
it's almost like you're saying there's like a ranking of types. Mm-hmm. You're like, this is my favorite.
Right.
But yeah, like most men, like, I've gone down the list.
My favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Right.
But will I eat a Twix? Left and right.
Yeah. All right. I feel like this is a good positive one. All right, let's see. I think probably have time for like, I don't know, 1, 2 more. Okay, this is a interesting one here.
Okay, girls, we need to talk, and I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. So listen closely and carefully. Stop asking men when they're gonna take you out. What are you doing? If a man tells you he wants to take you out, he wants to see you, he wants to hang out with you, and he doesn't do it, he didn't forget. It's not that he forgot. It's not that he's extremely busy at work. It is a conscious decision and a conscious choice to not do what he said he's going to do. All you should be doing with this information right now is collecting data. And what this data should tell you is that he is not a man of his word.
Okay, you can
so if he tells you...
Okay, we don't have to listen to the whole thing. All right,
she was ready to go. Oh, yeah. She was just ramping up.
Listen, there's more. We're just short for time. You want to watch more of this? The point is just, data. and I will say I kind of agree with this because I feel like any situation I've been in, the dude that's just chatting.
Yeah.
And you already feel like it's come up of like, we should hang sometime. We should, I've thrown it out there like, yeah. Hope to see you sometime soon. Something. They're still sitting there not making a move. Or making a plan. And I feel like this has come with age that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this chatting. What is this chatting entertaining for?
Yeah.
This is going nowhere.
That's fair. I agree.
Even if you just want to fuck me, it's insulting that you just keep chatting with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make the play.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. I think it's it's hard in this city. I think in this city people do get busy, but I also think that's totally valid because if you want to, you will. You know?
I've had a couple guys like they'll like chat and then this is infuriating. They'll be chatting and then I'll be like, I have to go do some shit. Let me know if you want to get a drink sometime, whatever. Or like, let me know you want to still get together, especially if it's like a second date situation. It's like, bro, we already went out once. I said I'd go out again.
That's the worst.
That is the absolute worst.
The second date situation where it's like, we were vibing, like, even if it's like, look, even if I'm not trying to get in a relationship or all that kind of shit, it's like, we both agree, like, we should do this again.
Yes. And then the chatting, and then I've had the minute I bring up meeting again, silence. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I'm like, all right. So I don't sit there and go tell a man to ask you out, like it's our extreme thing, but I'm a very like, I'll put it out there. And then I see what the reaction is.
Yeah.
Does he make the move to do it? Does he suddenly get silent? It just keeps like, and I had a guy keep coming back and I just was like, yeah, man, I'm not looking for a pen pal. I was like, you want to go out again? Let me know. If you don't, fine. But I was like, stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what is this?
That is where you ever like literally just been talking and then you go, hey, would you want to do this? And then there's just no response. Like,
Silence.
Like you're literally having a conversation.
Yes.
And then you ask for the second date and there's just nothing.
It's fucking infuriating.
Yo, oh my God. It's
my
fucking
biggest
kill
peeve.
me.
Because I'm like,
Fucking kill
why?
me.
That's why, like, I'm offended. I'm like, why? Even if you were just trying to fuck me, you gotta get me in a room.
Right.
You gotta get me to go somewhere.
Yo,
I
that's
gotta
the most
see your person.
infuriating. Like, just tell me no. Tell me I don't want to have your dumb dick around my body ever. Like,
literally.
just tell me that rather than just leave me on red or whatever.
I hate it. That's the worst. Anyway, what is it? We have one more? Do we have time for one more? Yeah, we gotta wrap up. Okay.
One thing you need to stop doing when it comes to dating men is trying to get them to see how they're making you feel. So let's say he's pulling back from you for whatever reason. Instead of sending him 1,000 text messages explaining how this is making you feel right now, in which usually doesn't ever work anyways and just scares him off, this is the time where you need to be willing to walk away. You over-explaining as a woman doesn't do anything but put you in your masculine energy. I'm not saying don't ever express your emotions, but always remember this. If a man is pulling back, it's a decision that he is making. He is always making a conscious decision when he is pulling back.
Okay, you can stop it.
Yeah,
Is this accurate?
Well, she said don't be sending 1,000 text messages, but this was a 1,000 long oral essay, and I just started going blank behind the eyes. I was like, yo, what's this lady talking about, dude? Don't be explaining your feelings. I was like, oh my God, get to the point, girl. How you feel?
I agree on the explanations.
Don't explain how you
Like,
feel if he
especially
starts
like
pulling out.
you gotta send like
back.
some long paragraph. It's like he's already not talking to you.
I
They already
definitely
don't care.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that goes on. That goes for anybody.
Yes.
Early on and shit. If somebody starts pulling back, don't be like, "Hey, are you?" Blah blah blah. It's like I just met you. I just met you.
Okay.
Like we've gone on maybe 2 dates, maybe 3 dates, and look, sometimes it don't work out. It'd be nice if somebody's like, "Hey, like, I think this is cool. Like maybe we're not gonna be a fit like for the long term or whatever." But the whole just like, hey, you're pulling away from it. It's like, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, but I like to put it out like they know they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They're aware.
Yeah, y'all know too.
Yeah. We know, yeah, we both know, but it's just the anxiety in your head.
But y'all know if y'all pulling back, like, and we know. It's just like, all right, if like I said, it goes both ways. If somebody's pulling back and you can see it, it's just like, all right.
Well, we've all gotten the text and gone, I don't want to answer this now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer this later.
Yo,
because I'm not excited to answer it.
Do you kind of feel like a piece of shit a little bit inside
Yeah, you do.
when you're just like,
I do.
fuck, I don't even want to talk to this person. I was
And I
excited
know.
like just 2 weeks ago. I was
know.
excited. And then they text me, be like, oh, what?
Yeah, especially if it's
What you want?
especially if it's on some how I feel shit.
Right.
That's like you're like, oh, I did not want to get into this.
Right.
Now we're here.
Gonna test me, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm being me.
I'm busy. You're really doing nothing.
Right.
I'm busy.
Right.
I'll tell him I'm busy.
Right.
Anyway, this is fun. I feel like this is going to be a new segment of the show. I just want to do TikToks.
It's gotta be a new
I just
segment
want to
of the
talk
show.
about TikTok.
I'm telling you, see, I don't
What? All right, Jordan. All right. You
I
know, I'm
love
doing
this
this by
shit.
myself now.
I
Okay?
love this shit.
There's stuff
I love
to do.
this shit's so fun.
You know, because some of it I do agree with it, as crazy as it is.
Yeah.
Some of it I do, you know? Suddenly
Yeah.
you get a buff guy who's talking
I was about to
attachment
say,
styles.
get some more motherfucking creatine built
Yeah,
dudes
yeah.
on here
That's what I'm saying.
that have like soft spots in their heart. They hard everywhere, but they heart.
Yeah.
And they're like, fellas, you need to open up your heart to love.
That's what I love. We'll
you
get in.
need to hug your fathers because this toxic masculinity is bringing you down in your relationships.
So that's why I got that Australian guy. I got to pull his up. He's great. Anyway, at Jay Fisher Comedy. If everybody follow you, if they're not already following you, you should. And you also have a YouTube channel. You have like clips and stuff. If you're on YouTube, check it out. And you can follow us at Shooters Gotta Shoot Pod. And thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you for coming on. It's very fun.
Hell yeah.
Bye.